Ladies and gentlemen, today we are diving into the fascinating world of relationships and the subtle signs that someone may be falling in love with you. Sometimes love is not just about grand gestures or dramatic declarations. It's in the little things, the quiet, meaningful moments that speak volumes. So if you're wondering whether someone special is falling for you, here are 7 clear signs to look for when a man is falling in love. One of the first and most noticeable things he does is prioritize time with you. Love isn't just about the big gestures, it's about the everyday moments. If he consistently makes space in his busy life to be with you, whether it's in person, over the phone, or even through messages, it shows that you matter. He begins to carve out time in his day just to be with you, despite the demands of work, friends, or other obligations. It's not about the amount of time he spends, but the fact that he's willing to make time, no matter how hectic his life might be. Making time for you also speaks to how much he values your presence in his life. He understands that time is one of the most precious resources, and when he decides to spend it with you, it's a reflection of his emotional investment. It's not something that can be faked. He's choosing you over other distractions, and that's a clear indicator of where his priorities lie. It's more than just a routine, but an intentional choice to make you a part of his day-to-day life. In the early stages of a relationship, you might notice that he begins to initiate plans more often. He'll text or call with the intention of seeing you, even if it's just for a quick catch-up. This is a subtle but powerful sign that he's starting to think of you as a significant part of his life. The time he spends with you isn't just about filling a void. It's about building a connection that's meaningful to him. If he makes an effort to check in or make time for you, that's a reflection of his growing affection. Another sign of making time is his willingness to adjust his schedule for you. If he's willing to rearrange plans, cancel meetings, or stay up late just to spend time with you, it's a sign of commitment. Falling in love often means putting others' needs before your own, and if he's starting to put you first, it means that his feelings are deepening. This isn't just a casual relationship for him, it's one that he wants to invest in, and he's willing to put in the effort to make it work. It's also important to note that making time for you isn't just about physical presence. He'll take the time to connect with you emotionally as well. For example, when he's not with you, he might send thoughtful messages to check on how you're doing, or ask about your day. These small acts show that even when you're not together, you're still on his mind. It's the little things, the moments of connection outside of face-to-face time, that build a foundation for a deeper bond. He'll also show that he values your time together. It's not about just going through the motions of hanging out. He'll make an effort to create experiences that are meaningful for both of you. Whether it's planning a date that reflects your shared interests, or surprising you with a thoughtful gesture, he's demonstrating that he doesn't want to waste a single moment with you. Every time he spends with you, he'll make sure it counts. Lastly, when a man is falling in love, he will often sacrifice his own needs or desires to ensure you're happy. This doesn't mean he's neglecting himself, but rather that he's consciously choosing to prioritize your happiness and well-being. If he's consistently making time for you, not because he feels obligated, but because he genuinely enjoys being with you, it's a strong indicator that his feelings are growing deeper. When a man is falling in love, one of the most significant changes in his behavior is the way he listens to you. It goes beyond just hearing your words. It's about paying attention to the nuances of what you're saying and truly understanding your feelings, thoughts, and needs. He listens not just to respond, but to connect with you on a deeper level. This level of attention shows that he values your voice, your perspective, and the way you see the world. He doesn't just absorb the words, he engages with them, asking questions and showing genuine curiosity about your thoughts and experiences. A man who is falling in love with you will also remember the little details you mention in passing. These details may seem insignificant, but he picks up on them because they matter to him. Whether it's remembering your favorite color, the book you've been wanting to read, or even the struggles you've shared in passing. He recalls these details because they reflect the things that are important to you. When you mention something small, he might bring it up later, showing that he's been paying attention and genuinely cares about your likes, dislikes, and personal stories. This kind of listening is not only about words, but also about the unspoken communication. A man who is falling in love will start to notice your body language, the tone in your voice, and the emotions behind your words. He becomes attuned to the subtleties of your feelings, which allows him to respond more thoughtfully. If you're upset or excited, he doesn't just focus on the words you're saying, but also on how you're feeling. This deeper understanding fosters emotional intimacy, as he begins to connect with you in ways that go beyond surface-level conversation. When he listens intently, he also shows that he respects you. He values your opinions, even if they differ from his own, and he gives you the space to express yourself fully. A man who is genuinely in love will be interested in what you have to say, even on topics that might not be of immediate interest to him. He takes the time to hear your point of view, and this mutual respect helps foster a deeper connection between the two of you. It's not just about agreeing on everything, but about understanding where you're coming from and valuing your perspective. Moreover, when a man is falling in love, his listening skills extend to emotional support. He becomes someone you can talk to about your challenges, your dreams, and even your fears, knowing that he will listen without judgment. When you share your vulnerabilities or personal struggles, he listens carefully and offers comfort, not just advice. His ability to listen without jumping to solutions shows that he's emotionally invested and wants to support you in the best way possible. He doesn't just listen for the sake of conversation, he listens to be there for you, offering empathy and understanding. Listening intently also means that he's making an effort to understand you better. He wants to know your history, your experiences, and your values, because he's genuinely interested in getting to know the person you are. As the relationship progresses, this understanding becomes deeper, and he's able to communicate with you on a more profound level. He might ask about your past, to learn what has shaped you, not out of curiosity, but to truly understand the journey you've been on and how it affects who you are today. Lastly, a man who listens attentively will use what he's learned about you to improve your relationship. He doesn't just file away the information for future reference, but actively applies it to make you feel valued and cared for. He'll remember the things that make you happy, the things that upset you, and the things you need, and he'll use that knowledge to strengthen the bond between you. This attentive listening helps build trust and emotional intimacy, creating a safe space where both of you can share openly and honestly. When a man begins to fall in love, one of the most significant and telling signs is his willingness to open up to you. Love isn't just about sharing good moments. It's about sharing the parts of yourself that are often hidden from others. Vulnerability is a powerful indicator that someone is emotionally invested, and when he starts to reveal his deeper thoughts and feelings, it shows that he trusts you. This openness isn't always easy. Many people guard their innermost fears, insecurities, and past experiences. However, when he feels safe and valued in your presence, he may begin to lower his guard, sharing aspects of himself that he hasn't shared with anyone else. As he opens up, he will likely start to share more about his past, his childhood, past relationships, or experiences that shaped who he is today. This kind of sharing isn't about seeking sympathy or validation. It's about creating a deeper connection. He might tell you about the challenges he's faced, the failures he's experienced, or the losses that have affected him. By doing so, he's giving you a window into his heart, showing that he trusts you enough to let you see the parts of him that he may have kept hidden from others. This level of openness indicates that he feels safe enough to be vulnerable with you. Vulnerability also extends to sharing his fears and insecurities. Everyone has moments of self-doubt or worries about their worth, and when a man falls in love, he may begin to open up about these personal struggles. He might express concerns about not being good enough or fear of losing you. These moments are not signs of weakness. Rather, they are signs of trust. By sharing these insecurities, he's allowing you to see him at his most raw and real, and he's giving you the opportunity to support him emotionally. It takes a lot of courage to be vulnerable, and when he does, it means he values the emotional safety that you provide. When a man shares his vulnerabilities, he's also showing that he's emotionally available. Emotional availability is key in any relationship, and it means that he's willing to be there for you, not just physically, but emotionally as well. He's not afraid to express his feelings, whether they are positive or negative. This emotional openness helps to create a strong foundation for the relationship, as both partners feel they can be their authentic selves. When a man is falling in love, he starts to feel secure enough to let his guard down, knowing that he won't be judged for his imperfections. In addition to sharing personal fears or insecurities, vulnerability also involves being open about his desires and dreams for the future. When a man is in love, he will start to talk about what he wants from life, and more specifically, how you fit into his vision of the future. This could be discussing his hopes for a family, his career ambitions, or the kind of relationship he wants to build. These conversations go beyond superficial "what's your favorite color?" small talk. They delve into deeper aspirations and goals, indicating that he sees you as a permanent part of his life. The willingness to share his vision for the future reflects a sense of commitment and trust in your relationship. Vulnerability also means being open to constructive criticism or feedback. As a relationship grows, it's natural for each person to make mistakes or unintentionally hurt the other. A man who is falling in love will not only be open about his emotions, but will also be willing to listen when you share your thoughts, feelings, or concerns. He won't shut down or become defensive, but will take the opportunity to learn and grow from your feedback. This open-mindedness is a sign of emotional maturity and a willingness to invest in making the relationship stronger. Lastly, vulnerability in a relationship is not just about sharing personal information, but also about being emotionally attuned to each other's needs. A man who is falling in love will recognize when you're struggling or feeling down, and he will open up in ways that allow you to express your feelings as well. He creates a safe emotional space where both of you can share your fears, dreams, and emotions without fear of judgment or dismissal. This mutual vulnerability helps to foster a deep emotional connection, one where both partners feel seen, heard, and understood. When a man is falling in love with you, one of the clearest signs is how much he cares about your happiness. It's not just about big gestures or extravagant displays of affection, though those might be a part of it. It's the little things he does consistently to ensure you feel valued and cared for. He becomes attuned to what brings you joy and makes an effort to enhance those moments. Whether it's bringing you your favorite snack when you're feeling down, or making sure your day is easier by offering his support. These actions show that he is truly invested in seeing you happy. He doesn't just want to be around when things are going well for you. He wants to be there to help brighten your days, even in difficult times. This deep care for your happiness is reflected in how he listens to your needs and desires. He makes a conscious effort to understand what makes you feel loved and appreciated. He's genuinely curious about the things that bring you joy, whether it's a favorite hobby, a particular way of receiving affection, or small acts of kindness that go a long way. A man in love will seek to learn what puts a smile on your face and will make a point to show up in ways that matter most to you. By paying attention to the things that light you up, he demonstrates that your happiness is important to him, and he's willing to put in the effort to make you feel special. In the context of a romantic relationship, caring about your happiness often involves offering emotional support. When you're facing challenges or feeling stressed, he will be there to listen and offer comfort. It's not about solving all your problems, but rather providing a steady presence and offering words of encouragement. A man who is truly invested in your happiness will make sure you feel heard and understood when you're going through difficult moments. He will also encourage you to pursue your passions and dreams, showing that he wants to see you succeed and be the best version of yourself. Additionally, his care for your happiness manifests in the way he prioritizes your well-being. If you're feeling unwell or overwhelmed, he will go out of his way to help you feel better, whether it's running errands for you when you're sick or simply offering a comforting presence. His actions show that he wants to make your life easier. This practical day-to-day care is a key indicator that he values your happiness, not just in the grand moments, but in the everyday, mundane aspects of life. A man who loves you will not hesitate to offer a helping hand, even in small ways, because he understands that your well-being is intertwined with a sense of joy. Moreover, when a man cares about your happiness, he shows a genuine interest in your future. He starts to ask about your goals, your aspirations, and your dreams, wanting to see you achieve everything you desire. He doesn't see his life as separate from yours. Instead, he imagines a future where both of you are supporting each other's individual growth. He will encourage you to chase after your dreams, even if it means making sacrifices or adjusting plans for the sake of your success. By supporting your ambitions, he's not just caring about your happiness in the present, but is also investing in your long-term well-being and fulfillment. A man who cares about your happiness will also respect your space and boundaries. He understands that for you to be truly happy, you need to have moments of independence and time to nurture your own interests. This respect for your personal space shows that he values your autonomy and isn't trying to control or limit your happiness. He will support you in pursuing things that are important to you, even if they don't directly involve him. This balance between closeness and independence is crucial in a healthy relationship, and it shows that he wants you to flourish as an individual alongside your partnership. Lastly, his care for your happiness can be seen in the way he celebrates your achievements. Whether it's a small success or a major milestone, he will be genuinely excited for you and will want to share in your joy. He doesn't just pat you on the back but actively participates in your celebrations, showing that your happiness is his happiness. Whether it's cheering you on from the sidelines or planning a special celebration for you, he'll find ways to acknowledge and honor your accomplishments. His joy for your success is an extension of his love for you, as he sees your achievements as something to be proud of and something that contributes to your overall happiness. When a man is falling in love, one of the most tangible and clear signs is his increase in physical affection. Physical touch has a unique ability to communicate emotions that words often cannot express. If he is showing you affection through gestures like holding your hand, hugging you, or gently touching your arm or back, it's a sign that he feels deeply connected to you. Physical affection becomes a natural way for him to express the love and warmth he feels, and he does so without hesitation, knowing that it strengthens the bond between you. It's not just about being close to you physically. It's about wanting to share his warmth and closeness with you in ways that make you feel loved and cherished. As the relationship progresses, the physical affection becomes more frequent and more intimate. He might initiate hugs, kisses, or hand-holding, even when you're just doing mundane tasks together, like watching TV or going for a walk. These small moments of physical connection are significant because they show that he's comfortable with you and is happy to express his affection in simple ways. It's a sign that he feels a sense of security and closeness with you, and he doesn't shy away from showing it, no matter the setting. The more he becomes comfortable in your presence, the more he will find himself naturally seeking physical closeness with you. Physical affection also reflects his emotional vulnerability. When a man falls in love, he begins to view physical touch as an expression of trust. A simple touch on the shoulder, a playful kiss on the cheek, or holding hands in public are all small yet powerful ways of saying, "I am here and I care about you." These gestures are not just about physical closeness, but are emotional signals that he's invested in your relationship. He's opening himself up to you, allowing himself to be close and affectionate, because he trusts you and values the bond that you share. Moreover, physical affection often deepens as the relationship grows. When a man is truly falling in love, his gestures of affection are not just reserved for special occasions. He'll find himself wanting to be close to you even in the most ordinary moments. Whether it's a gentle caress or simply sitting close to you, he's physically expressing his desire to be near you. These consistent moments of physical touch are not fleeting. They become ingrained in the way he interacts with you, because they reflect his growing attachment and emotional connection. He'll feel a natural inclination to hold you, touch you, and make sure that you feel his presence in the most intimate ways. In some cases, a man will also use physical affection to offer comfort. If you're feeling down or stressed, he may find himself pulling you into a hug or offering a reassuring touch on your arm. This type of physical affection is his way of telling you that he's there for you, emotionally and physically. It's a way for him to show that he wants to help ease your pain and provide you with the comfort you need. The touch is not just a reflex, but a conscious effort to offer you emotional support through his presence and closeness. For him, your comfort and happiness are intertwined, and physical affection becomes one of the ways he provides you with that. When a man is falling in love, physical affection also communicates a sense of protection. It's common for him to want to hold you close, especially in situations where you might feel vulnerable or uncertain. Whether it's holding you in a crowded space or offering you his arm when you're out walking, these acts of affection are not only signs of love, but also of his desire to make you feel safe. This protective instinct is often an expression of how much he cares, as he wants you to feel secure in his presence, both emotionally and physically. These physical gestures create a sense of safety and trust, allowing you both to feel more connected. Lastly, physical affection often becomes a silent form of communication. A man who is in love doesn't always need to say the words, "I love you," to convey his feelings. His physical touch speaks for him. A gentle squeeze of your hand, a lingering kiss, or a warm embrace all serve as powerful reminders of his feelings. Over time, these actions become more meaningful because they are done with intention. They become part of the rhythm of your relationship, expressing his emotions without needing to articulate them. This physical connection reinforces his love and affirms that he's committed to you, not just through words, but through the most genuine, heartfelt actions. When a man is falling in love with you, one of the most significant signs is his desire to introduce you to the people who matter most in his life. The people he surrounds himself with are often a reflection of who he is. And when he starts to bring you into his circle of friends and family, it signals that he sees you as a permanent part of his life. He's not just thinking about the present, he's envisioning a future with you, and sharing his world with you is a way of making you an integral part of it. It's a clear indication that he wants those closest to him to know who you are and to see the connection the two of you share. Introducing you to his circle also shows that he values your opinion and wants the important people in his life to meet the person who has become so significant to him. He may take great care in how he introduces you, wanting to make sure his friends and family understand how much you mean to him. This can involve a casual introduction or a more formal one, depending on his personality and the dynamics of his relationship. Either way, by introducing you to his inner circle, he's letting those people know that he's serious about the relationship and that you hold a special place in his heart. For a man, introducing a partner to his family can be a particularly important step. Family represents his roots, his upbringing, and his values. So when he brings you into that part of his life, it shows that he's confident in the relationship. He wants his family to see the person who makes him happy, and he's eager to hear their thoughts. While meeting the family can be a nerve-wracking experience for many, a man who's truly in love will embrace the opportunity to show his loved ones who you are and how you fit into his life. This gesture of inclusion is a reflection of his deep affection for you and his belief that you have a place in his future. Moreover, introducing you to his friends is another key step in demonstrating his commitment. His friends are often the people who have known him the longest, and their approval may hold significant weight. When he introduces you to his friends, he is sharing a part of his life that he values deeply, and he's showing that he's comfortable with you being around the people who have shaped his world. His friends may also offer insight into his personality, and by bringing you into that dynamic, he's showing that he trusts you to fit in and be part of his world. This kind of inclusion shows that he's not just looking for a temporary connection, but a lasting one. Additionally, by introducing you to his circle, he's allowing you to witness the important relationships that have shaped him. His interactions with family and friends can offer you a glimpse into the values, traditions, and dynamics that have influenced who he is today. He's not just sharing a social circle with you, he's giving you insight into the foundation of his life. This transparency helps build trust and understanding between you two, as it opens the door for you to learn more about his background, his experiences, and his values. In turn, this fosters a deeper emotional connection and strengthens the bond between you. As he introduces you to different aspects of his life, he may also show you how he navigates these relationships. Watching him interact with his family and friends can give you an understanding of how he handles conflict, communicates, and expresses affection in different contexts. These moments provide you with valuable insight into his character and how he might behave in the future. If he is considerate, respectful, and thoughtful in his interactions with his loved ones, it's a strong indicator that he will treat you with the same care and attention. Finally, when a man introduces you to his circle, it's a sign that he is proud of you. He wants to show you off to the people who matter most because he genuinely cares about your presence in his life. Whether it's through casual gatherings, special occasions, or simple hangouts with his friends, this gesture shows that he's not only emotionally invested, but also excited to integrate you into his broader world. The act of introduction is a reflection of his desire for you to be acknowledged and celebrated by the people he holds dear, reinforcing that you are a significant part of his life and his future. One of the clearest indicators that a man is falling in love with you is when he begins to talk about the future with you. At the start of a relationship, conversations tend to focus on the present or past, but when a man envisions a future with you, it reveals his desire for long-term commitment. He doesn't just talk about fleeting moments or temporary plans. Instead, he includes you in his dreams, aspirations, and life goals. His willingness to discuss the future, including you in his plans, shows that he sees you as more than just a short-term companion, but as a partner in a shared journey. This openness to the future is often a sign of his growing emotional attachment and his confidence in the relationship. When a man begins talking about the future, he may bring up topics like traveling together, living in a specific city, or even starting a family. These conversations go beyond casual hypotheticals. They are discussions that show he's considering your place in his life as it evolves. The idea of imagining life beyond the present moment suggests that he is serious about you and sees you as an integral part of his long-term vision. If he is bringing up topics that involve you in the future, whether it's buying a home, moving to a new place, or starting a family, it reflects his deep commitment to the relationship and his desire to build something lasting together. In addition to big life events, talking about the future may also involve smaller, day-to-day plans. A man who is falling in love will include you in his weekend plans, holiday arrangements, and other routine events. When he talks about upcoming events and involves you in the conversation, it's a subtle but clear indication that he wants you to be part of his everyday life. He doesn't just see you as a temporary fixture. He's thinking about how you both will fit into each other's lives in the long run. This consideration for the future extends to the more mundane aspects of life, showing that he values your company in all circumstances. Furthermore, when a man speaks about the future with you, he may share his personal aspirations and goals and how he imagines you being a part of them. He might talk about career plans, personal growth, or even lifestyle changes, and how he hopes you will be there to support him in these endeavors. This is an important step in deepening the relationship because it shows that he not only values your relationship, but also sees it as a source of mutual support. When a man shares his dreams and goals with you, it's a sign that he trusts you and feels that you are someone who will help him grow and evolve, both as an individual and as part of a couple. Talking about the future also involves discussing shared values and priorities. As the relationship deepens, these conversations often move toward the type of life you both envision. He may ask about your thoughts on marriage, children, or career ambitions to understand how aligned your futures are. When he talks about these things, it's not just about casual curiosity. It's an indication that he's evaluating how your lives might blend together. These discussions provide the foundation for mutual understanding, ensuring that both of you are on the same page about your shared goals and values. A man who talks about the future with you wants to make sure that you both are moving in the same direction. As the future becomes a more frequent topic of conversation, you may also notice that he starts to make more concrete plans involving you. For example, he might mention plans for a vacation, moving to a new home, or attending an important event together. These plans go beyond "we should do this sometime." They are real, tangible ideas that reflect his intention to make the future a shared experience. By making these plans with you, he is demonstrating that he values your companionship and sees you as a key part of his life moving forward. These conversations are an exciting way to build anticipation for the future and reinforce the bond between you both. Lastly, when a man starts talking about the future, it's often accompanied by actions that reflect his commitment. If he's discussing moving in together, for example, he might also start taking steps to make that a reality, whether by looking for apartments or talking about logistics. This combination of words and actions shows that he is serious about the future and not just offering empty promises. Talking about the future becomes a way of laying the groundwork for real, tangible progress in the relationship. It's a sign that he's not just emotionally invested, but he's also willing to take steps to make the future you've discussed a reality. One of the most telling signs that a man is falling in love with you is the consistency and sincerity of his acts of kindness. These acts may start off small, but grow in significance as he becomes more emotionally invested in the relationship. A man who is in love will go out of his way to make sure you feel cared for and appreciated. Not because he's obligated to, but because he genuinely wants to see you happy. These gestures might seem simple, like making you a cup of tea when you're feeling sick, offering to carry your bags, or letting you choose what to watch on TV. But they all serve to show that he's thinking of you and wants to make your life a little easier. These acts, no matter how small, are powerful indicators of his affection. His acts of kindness go beyond the occasional favor. As he falls deeper in love with you, he will make a more consistent effort to look out for your needs. He will remember the little things that matter to you, whether it's picking up your favorite snack when he's out, offering to help with tasks, even when you haven't asked, or showing concern when you're stressed. This attentiveness is a hallmark of someone who is truly invested in your well-being. It's not about grand gestures, but rather an ongoing effort to demonstrate his care through thoughtful, everyday actions. His kindness becomes a natural extension of how he feels about you, and it's clear that he values your happiness. Furthermore, acts of kindness in a loving relationship aren't just about physical gestures. They also reflect emotional support. A man who is falling in love will be there for you in times of emotional need, offering his listening ear, his comforting words, or just his presence when you need someone to lean on. His kindness extends to the way he treats your feelings and emotions with respect. If you're upset, he will take the time to understand what's bothering you and will offer empathy, even if he can't solve the problem. His actions demonstrate that he values you not only in good times, but also when you're going through difficult moments. His kindness is a reliable source of emotional support that shows his deep care for you. In addition, a man who is falling in love with you will show his kindness through his willingness to compromise. Love often requires give and take, and a man who truly cares for you will be ready to put your needs or desires ahead of his own at times. This could mean compromising on where to go for dinner, adjusting plans to fit your schedule, or making sacrifices to ensure your happiness. These acts of kindness reflect a deeper level of commitment, as he places your feelings and needs on equal footing with his own. This type of consideration demonstrates a mature and selfless form of love, where his actions reflect his desire to nurture the relationship and your happiness. Acts of kindness also show that he is paying attention to the small details that make you feel special. When a man loves you, he'll learn the things that bring you comfort and joy. He might surprise you with your favorite flowers on a random Tuesday, or make you breakfast in bed